What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to a new video on Avax. I had to do an update. Obviously, I mean, Avax continued. It reached our price target, but it also went above it. All right, because if you watched my video yesterday, what I said is that I thought it was most likely that Avax would continue. I mean, usually, even if the market is weak, which Bitcoin is pretty weak right now. Even if the market is weak, I mean, there will always be a couple of coins which will perform very well. All right, Avax was clearly one of them. So if you watched the video yesterday, you heard that I said I thought it was likely that we would get up to $40 and potentially spike up to that orange line right here at 42.5. Well, what happened is kind of a hybrid, all right, because we spiked up to 42.5, but with that spike, we actually broke above $40. So yes, that actually does mean that Avax can rally much higher. I've heard some other analysts talking about $50 and $55. I think that's a possibility, but I must say as well that Avax, I think, is getting towards levels which are pretty high. I mean, especially with a market that's not that strong, that does have an effect. All right. So if you look at Avax just on its own, what you'll see is that it is super strong, all right? There's nothing wrong with Avax. Like the open interest, especially overnight when Bitcoin was also a little bit bullish, so that's where you can still see the connection. Avax was very bullish and it rallied and the open interest was very high, but the open interest since then, and therefore the momentum has kind of died down. Not died down, but it hasn't increased anymore, all right? So that's exactly where the risk is, because you need momentum to continue a rally like this. And the momentum before this was increasing pretty much every hour, all right? Or not every hour, but at least every day. So yeah, and apart from that, and this is info you need, all right? So please excuse my rambling. But Avalanche right now, I mean, there's just fundamentally, it's very strong. If you look at the chain right here, you can see that the total value locked has reached a new high around 900 million. It seems like money from other layer 1 blockchains is streaming into Avalanche. There's quite a lot of hype around Avalanche projects as well. So it's just doing great, all right? It deserves these moves. It really does. There's probably some manipulation going on as well, but it's not that there's no reason for the moves we're seeing. But if you look at where the volume is coming from, like there's quite a lot of volume coming from UEE and Upbit and CTX and OrangeX, so that's a bit weird. But all right, doesn't matter right now in my eyes. Like we really have to wait for a breakout. All right, like I said, I mean, Avalanche technically is very bullish. Momentum is pretty neutral. Not much we can derive off of that. So we're really just waiting for either $53 or $43 to break, in which case Avalanche will rally higher with, I think like 46, 47 would be my first price target. But if Bitcoin is relatively strong, I think we can get all the way up to $50 pretty soon. So it's either that breakout or it's the breakout to the bottom. Which would signal a little bit more of a pullback, which is also healthy. I mean, I think long-term Avax is still good, all right? But if Avax right here drops down below $38, which is the main support level, and it holds it as resistance, then I think we'll see some more bearish momentum down to $34, potentially all the way down to $31. And then I expect a consolidation, and then eventually I do also still expect from that drop a move up to $50. So long-term, it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't buy Avax right now. I think there are better opportunities. I mean, Avax is still pretty strong. And if I would have to give you my most likely scenario, I would say it's impossible. But if you really want it, I would say a bullish breakout. But in general, just wait for the breakout, all right? Cryptos that are moving like these are great. You can make a lot of money, but especially when the momentum drops down, it's just risky, and it's better to wait for confirmation. A pullback is actually pretty good if you want to enter a long trade, but you should just wait for the pullback, all right? Just wait for that breakout, and then you'll know whether we get a continuation or a pullback. And if we get a pullback, you know the main support levels are 34 and then 31, $30, all right? I think that's everything I want to say. I think it is. I don't think I miss anything. Don't forget to check out my premium and signal group if you want more value from me and also my trades, for example. But no, I think that's everything I wanted to say. So if you do have any questions, let me know, of course. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.